You know what? I'm proud of myself because I went through every type of pain. Family issues, trust issues, heartbreak, insecurity, depression. I went through it all alone, but I never gave up.
Endure, Master Wayne. Take it. They'll hate you for it, but that's the point of Batman. He can be the outcast. He can make the choice that no one else can make. The right choice.
There's two sides of pain that I don't think a lot of people really understand. There's one side of pain that's the suffering and the discomfort side of pain. But then there's another side of pain that's called effort. It's called glory. It's called if you can find a way to push through pain, there's something greater on the other side of it.
What I need you to do is I need you to find a reason to keep going. Every human has what it takes to get past whatever they're going through if they decide to. Tragedy and trials come to everybody. Only the strong survive. Listen to me very closely. Y'all running from pain. Y'all running from challenges when in fact it's the obstacle that's going to take you to the next level. Stop running from it and run to it.
Remember one thing, through every dark night, there's a bright day after that. So no matter how hard it gets, stick your chest out, keep your head up, and handle it.
It's supposed to be hard. Life is supposed to be hard. You're supposed to think this is terrible. You're supposed to suffer and smile through the pain regardless.
Hang in there, big dog. You're gonna win the fight. And you know exactly what fight I'm talking about. The one that's been keeping you up every single night. The one that's been taking everything out of you every single day. The one that makes it feel like there is 1,000 bricks being put on your shoulders the minute you step out of bed. But I'm gonna promise you something right now, big dog. No pain lasts forever, and no hard time lasts forever. You got this, just like you always do. I love you, big dog. It is time to level up. Let's go.
If the path was easy, everybody would walk it and it would lead nowhere. 100 people start the path, 99 fall off because it is difficult, and the one person who makes it to the end gets the gold. If all 100 made it to the end and the gold was divided by 100, it wouldn't even be worth anything. The difficulty gives it value. Discipline is the key to success in all realms as a man, and if you lack it, you stand no chance.
The key is what we do in our times of pain. Pain will change us. Heartache, loss, disappointments, they don't leave us the same. Now, how the pain changes you is up to you. You can come out bitter, or you can come out better. You can come out defeated, giving up on your dreams, or you can come out with a new passion, a new fire, excited about the new opportunities in front of you.
As a man, you go through things in life and you don't know why, but you just have to keep fighting. Staying in shape, staying in the gym, turning up when you really don't want to turn up. Facing your own demons every single day. You know, that's the hardest fight, really. You have to live in your head every single day.
The greatest things in the world were built by tired people. All right, I know you're tired. I know it's hard. I know you're exhausted. The fucking wonders of the world, guess who they were built by? Exhausted people. The buildings that you admire, guess who they were designed by and built by? People that were tired. Everything great in the world was built by tired motherfuckers, so it doesn't matter if you're tired, you just have to keep going.
All of us experience pain. My challenge, don't just go through it, grow through it. That difficulty is an opportunity to get stronger. Anybody can give up. Anybody can let it overwhelm you. But you know what that's doing? Wasting your pain. That pain is not there to stop you. It's there to prepare you, to increase you, to develop you.
Sometimes things are gonna be so tough
Stop fighting it. Stop trying to understand it. Just survive it. Take all that energy and just survive it. Like, bro, day by day, moment by moment, situation by situation, like my dogs say, be where your feet are. Just survive it, right? And then you're going to get to a place, you're going to be on top of the mountain one day, and you're going to say, man, I see exactly why I had to face and go through that.
Some people escape through comfort, others escape through pain. Pain shuts everything else down. All the noise around you, all the doubts circling through your head, the future that you often imagine. When the body is pushed to its limit, the mind has no space to wander. For 10 seconds, nothing exists except breath and survival. This is not passion, it's relief. Running becomes a way to mute life, not fix it, not solve it, and pain acts like a filter. Because effort creates clarity, because suffering gives shape to the moment. Everyone has something like this, a place where reality loses control. The danger comes when escape replaces direction. Pain can quiet the world, but it cannot decide where you go next.
Take yourself back to that dark place, that place where you had no hope. And I want you to remember how far you came. We didn't come this far to only come this far.
Louis, a moment of pain is worth a lifetime of glory. Remember that.
As you go through the challenges of life and you look at it and embrace whatever comes to you, don't run from it. Step toward it. Don't try and duck it like most people do. See, most people want it easy. See, easy come, easy what? Easy go. And I'm saying to you, whatever you got to do it, because if you don't, life is going to whoop you until you surrender.
Right now, what you're going through is only a test. Let me tell you, there's always light at the end of the tunnel for people who don't give up on themselves. I've been through some crazy stuff in my career and in my life. My mom died at a young age. My sister died when she was really young. I've made some huge mistakes during my life, man. Big public mistakes, man. It doesn't have to be over.
Sometimes we don't understand, like, what is this thing? What is my purpose? Why am I here? Why do I have to go through this pain? Why do I have to go through this fear all the time? Why can't it just be peaceful all the time? Then it wouldn't be life. We have to take life at its term, life on life terms, not life on our terms.
I know it gets hard, and the weight gets heavy, but look at all the things we survived already. You stronger than you know, just focus on the goal. The rain is just water that's helping you to grow. I pray you find joy. I pray you find peace. I pray you find self-love. That's all you really need. We all have a testimony. You can plant the seed, but only God will make it grow.
But life ain't fair, young people. Homie, sometimes you can work hard and not go nowhere in life. Sometimes you can do everything right, work hard, follow all the rules, do everything, and still not get picked. Life ain't fair. That's all I can say, but you gotta deal with it.
I want to see that guy who immersed himself in fucking hell, and he thought about quitting and leaving, and his wife and his kids, and why am I here? Is it worth it? All this crazy shit, and found out a way to get through it and say, no, there's a way through this. I know what's on the back end of fucking quitting. It's a lifetime of thinking about why the fuck did I do that?
The most important teacher of the meaning of your life is your suffering. And one of the greatest ways for you to miss the meaning of your life is for you to try to avoid your suffering. Nobody ever said, I really figured out what I was made of that week at the beach in Ibiza. No. They talked about when my mom died, when I almost lost my business, when I got really sick, when I was truly scared, and I made my way through it. And I went through that suffering was my teacher about who I am as a person and the meaning of my life. In large groups of people, you find that when you ask them to talk about the meaning of their life, they always talk about their terrible times. They always talk about their suffering.
Suffer now and live the rest of your life as a champion. So, and every time I think about working out, as hard as it is, Ali always said, training is hard, it's tough, but suffer now and you'll live the rest of your life as a champion.
Hey, guess what? It's going to be the hardest thing you ever did. It's going to take a long ass time. It's probably going to take 3 or 4 times as long as you think it's going to take. You're going to struggle. You're going to make mistakes. There's going to be multiple days where you don't think that you're going to make it. And those days sometimes last for months. Nobody's going to relate to you. No one's going to understand why you're doing it. Everybody's going to question it. You're going to have to answer it every single time, and it's going to piss you off.
I gave everything that I had. I poured my heart, my blood, my sweat, my tears to this game, and against all odds, I don't know why we want to take the hardest road. I don't know why the man above gives me the hardest road, but it's nothing the man above don't put you in situations that you can't handle. And I just kept that same positive attitude, like instead of saying why me, they're saying this is what he want me to do.
As a man, there is no easy life. If you're looking for an easy life, you should have been a girl. You made a mistake. Your life is not about being easy. Your life is not about being happy. Your life is always going to be difficult. All of the pain you feel, all of the sadness you feel, you're supposed to feel as a man, and you have 2 effective binary choices. You either go through the suffering and go through the trauma and go through the hardship it takes to be a man of value, or you suffer eternity as a nobody.
This ain't a game, man. This is everything. Yes, I want this. Then what are you willing to sacrifice every day? And show me.
That doesn't mean you give up, though. You rest, you heal, and you get back on that bench. Life is going to give me another set, and I'm going to rock it.
Short-term pleasure equals long-term pain, and short-term pain equals long-term pleasure. Everything you're looking for is on the other side of short-term suffering, and everything you don't want is on the other side of avoiding that suffering.
Maybe the suffering you are going through right now, maybe God is using that for a greater weight of glory to produce something greater for you that he otherwise could not have done without that trial. There is something beautiful that God does through suffering that he cannot accomplish, or will not accomplish, let me say, through everything being peaceful. I wonder what God is trying to do in you through your suffering, your pain that you are experiencing tonight.
People stay broke because they don't want to do the hard work of learning a high-value skill and then applying it to the market. If you continue to run from your unwanted short-term suffering, all that's going to lead to is long-term suffering. That's your choice. There's no other one. You can suffer now or you can suffer later.
I have never met anybody who became incredibly successful in any area of their life until they had suffered and sweated and sacrificed and kept their focus and fought through tears and trials and tests. And if you have a dream and you commit to it, it will come to pass.
It's like I tell people there's 2 types of motivation, right? There's push motivation, you're making something happen, but there's still a limit to it. There's no limit to pull motivation. Pull is there's something so magnificent you want to serve, something that you care about more than yourself. That's where all the energy in life comes from. You know what's in your heart and your soul, what wakes you up in the morning and makes you go. And I think if I hadn't had the pain, I don't think I would have been sensitized.
So being fearless means putting yourself out there and going for it. No matter what, go for it. Not for anybody else, but for yourself.
The best men are those who've been broken by life and have pulled through.
Just remember, no matter how poorly you have performed, you're never hopeless. Keep going. Because the one thing you can be absolutely certain of is that the tables will turn. That's absolutely guaranteed. And if everything has gone wrong, be hopeful and keep going. Just remember, nothing ever stays the same. You must keep going. The rewards will be there for you. Keep going.
Can't do this, Pete. I'm not like you. I'm nothing. Just let me be nothing.
What are you talking about?
I can't make a track team. I didn't even know why you
Yes,
want
you
me
can.
to.
If you can take it, you can make it. If you can take it, you can make it. All right, you train, you fight way harder than those other guys, and you win. You get out from under it. You can do this, Lou. Just gotta believe you can.
So if there is an ending to this world, and there is somewhere to go, and there's a judgment, you're gonna get there and you might see a chart, and that chart may tell you who the f you should have been. And now you get the rest of your life to think about that. Man, I could have lived a much better life if I just would have just suffered a little bit more.
It takes more effort to start in the beginning, and more people are right about the fact they're like, hey, you're not going to hit it big. And guess what? A month in, you're not. But they're only measuring on months. And at 6 months, you're also not going to hit it big yet. And they're going to be like, I'm still fucking right. And at a year, you're still not going to hit it big. And they'll still be fucking right. And every day that you haven't hit it, they're going to feel like they were right. But they're wrong. Because they're measuring in days and you're measuring in decades.
If I just would have went in that shit and realized I had so much more, but fear and the 40% and living here versus living here, being afraid, stopped me. So I'm a big guy in visualizing. I'm a big guy in making a world. It may not exist. To me, it does. I'm overpowering myself every day. And you gotta find tools to do that. That's the tool that I use.
You've hit the wall someplace, you've looked in the mirror too many times and haven't smiled. You want to change the situation, move from where you are. The journey is not easy. Before you start that journey mentally, you must fuel yourself with the right reasons, the right fuel to sustain the entire journey. Everyone's hot off the start, but after a month or so into it, or a couple weeks into it, with the wear and tear and the grind starts to hit you start losing focus on the horizon, do you not? You get caught away in the daily hiccups, the ups and downs, and the wear and tear. And you focus on the speed bumps, the daily activities, losing sight of the true purpose.
Just doesn't want to live in pain.
Life is pain. I wake up every morning, I'm in pain. I go to work in pain. You know how many times I wanted to just give up? How many times I've thought about ending it?
When you lose sight of the purpose, you get too much value of what the pain is today. We always invest today, sacrifice today for tomorrow's betterment. But if we don't know what that betterment is, the want factor of what we're really doing it for, we can't win this war, guys.
I realized that God wasn't going to give me a get out of jail free card. And from the time I was born until the time I was 19 years old, my life had these hurdles. I constantly hit obstacles. Obstacle after obstacle after obstacle. And I had to figure out how to manage suffering, how to deal with it, because it'd be part of my life forever. At least that's what I thought. So in order to deal with it, I had to be able to conquer it and overcome it and deal with it and know that in this suffering there has to be some kind of growth. With every obstacle, I look at it as friction now. Without friction, there is no growth.
You have to make mistakes. You've been there, you feel it, you understand what it is, and then you have that time to adjust. That's why losing in life is so important. Whether it's getting dumped, getting fired, losing a game, loss, those feelings where things didn't work out your way, that's important because it lets you know this is the bad feeling that comes when it goes wrong, and you improve, and then it makes the good feelings of victory all the better.
I start looking at it as the perfect trial ground. Try to flip it upside down and say, okay, I'm suffering tremendously, mentally. Use this to your advantage versus your disadvantage. So that's what I did. Versus looking at it as like, oh my God, woe is me, I'm never gonna get out of here. I looked at it as, okay, hang on a second. If I can overcome this, if I can find some power in this, some way to get through this, that right there will be the fuel for the rest of my life. And so I found great strength in suffering. Great strength in it because why? Through all of that, it started to callous my mind over the victim's mentality.
A lot of us out here are pushing real hard, but we're afraid to go to that dark side. In your mind, when you push real hard, you have this door in your mind. A lot of us don't want to open that door. Once you open that door, you're in a tunnel. It's a dark ass tunnel, and you can't see shit. There's one thing about being in dark places. If you have the courage to stay in there long enough, your eyes will start to adjust to the darkness. Your body and mind will always adjust to more suffering, to more pain. If you want to push harder, know this. Your mind quits way before your body does. So you have to be willing to go way into that darkness and find more yourself. Stay hard.
The most important question to ask is, what pain do you want in your life? What are you willing to struggle for? Anything worthwhile is going to require some degree of pain and struggle. So, if you're oriented toward the pain and the struggle, you're probably going to be more aligned with what you're capable of accomplishing rather than if you just orient toward the pleasures. So good, because we say find the thing which you enjoy the most, but really what you're finding is what is the pain you're prepared to swallow the most.
Making a terrible book that gets rejected by every publisher and then writing a really good one and people accept it and you're like, fuck, I got better. Yes.
If you turn around and you confront the suffering voluntarily, you find out that you are way tougher than you think. It's not that life is better than you think. Life is as harsh as you think. It might even be worse, but you are way tougher than you think if you turn around and confront it. And so then what you discover is that there's a spirit within you that can pursue something meaningful, that has the resilience and the strength to contend properly with the catastrophe of existence without becoming bitter.
That suffering is 10x to 1x of growth. And when I look at it that way, I realize, well, shoot, man, I don't necessarily want to suffer. I want growth. If I'm only going to get 1x of growth when I do something difficult, do I want to suffer or do I want to be in discomfort? And so if we could just do something that makes us uncomfortable, and we could strip away the resistance of fear, of the negative conversation, of having that inner critic talking to you about the limiting beliefs like, hey, you can't do this, the last time you tried this, you failed, then all of a sudden you take away the fear factor of suffering, and now you get a 1-to-1 ratio.
If I'm broken, then I just found my limitations. And until I know what my limitations are, how can I push them? How can I get better? But once I see it, once I feel it, once I see where I was broken, then I can attack that weakness. I can fill in that gap. I can reinforce that breach. If you break, it means it's time to fortify your will to make it stronger.
Suffering is a byproduct of the unknown, right? So imagine like if you're like, hey, I'm just going to go, I've never run a marathon, I'm going to go register for a marathon and start, not train for it, and I'm going to start running. Well, you're probably going to be suffering, one, because you're deconditioned to it. And so you're not going to learn any big lessons about yourself, because suffering does introduce a man, or discomfort does introduce a man or a woman to their highest self. I call it the other room. Like in your head, in everybody's head, like there's this other place that you can go to. You may have been there before, and this other room, this other place, you get to meet your other self.
The only way you're ever going to get to the other side of this journey is you have got to suffer to grow. To grow, you must suffer. Some people will get it and some people won't. But they have to see what their journey is to start their journey. Several people live to be 100 years old, and they have great lives, and they have great kids. Their kids go to college and all sorts of stuff. But somewhere in their life, there was a point where they had a decision to make. They can go left or right on this path. A lot of people take the easy route, and they had a good life that way, but the better life was going to the right side. And you may have 20 years of pain and suffering to get past it, but a lot of us die never truly starting our journey. And I would tell this young person, you gotta start your journey. It may suck, but it will come out the other side where you're coasting.
A lot of people are driven by pain rather than pleasure. And the chip on your shoulder accounts for so much. It can account for so much, right? Somebody who had a really bad period of mental health, they suffered with anxiety attacks, and it lost them something, or somebody scorned them, and they go, oh, okay. And then they decide to commit themselves to mental health and improving the texture of their own mind. That's coming from a place of wanting to prove other people wrong.
We have pain, we have suffering, we react, and we react about, get the fuck out of here. We gotta go. It's those people who are able to control that fucking feeling of fucking flight and say, no, there's a way through this. You gotta think about that shit. It's just gonna end. It's gonna end, but we don't know that. We don't think that. At that time, it's gonna last forever. I've quit several things. I know what's on the back end of fucking quitting. It's a lifetime of thinking about why the fuck did I do that? And I ain't fucking doing that no more.
They found that the pain that you experience when you're going to work out, but feeling bad has zero correlation to your performance in the gym. And so I remember reading that for the Olympic, weight teams, they talked about that. And I was like, oh, well, if it has no correlation, then it's almost irrelevant. And I can just keep living my life.
We're built to walk uphill. And when you reach the pinnacle of the hill, you want to stop and appreciate the vision. But the next thing you want is a higher hill in the distance, because it's the uphill climb it's from the uphill climb that we derive our value.
Whenever I get to a low point where I think, why do I even bother? I just remind myself, this is where most people stop, and this is why they don't win. And this relates to another one, which is a reminder for the gladiators in the arena who feel beat up and scarred with no hope in sight. Building a business is hard. Hard feels shitty. This is what hard feels like, and this is why most people can't do it, but you can. This is what hard feels like.
Every success in life, guys, is masked by temporary pain. Everything in life that's worthwhile, every prison you want to unwrap and you want to get in the inside of that prison to get it, because you want that prison so bad. Every prison that's worthwhile to you in life is wrapped in pain.
And once you start, there's no going back. This means total commitment. Once you begin the path, there is no leaving the path.
You want a goal that you can never attain, right? So you can always move closer to the goal that recedes as you move towards it. You think, well, that's frustrating. It's like Sisyphus pushing the rock uphill. But it's not, because as you pursue that goal, you put yourself together and your life does get better and richer and more abundant. And that's why the highest levels of virtue and goal are in some sense transcendent. You want them to be above everything you're doing so you can continually move towards something that's more sublime and better. That's what you are. You're here to live, not to sleep.
There is this strange feeling that one is not yet in real life. For the time being, one is doing this or that. But there is always the fantasy that sometime in the future, the real thing will come about. It's also known as deferred happiness syndrome, the common feeling that your life has not yet begun, that your present reality is a mere prelude to some idyllic future. This idyll is a mirage that'll fade as you approach, revealing that the prelude you rushed through was in fact the one to your death.
You can break physically, you can break mentally, you can break your heart, you can break your spirit, and none of those are fun, and all of those are gonna leave a mark. But the mark that they leave can be the mark of victory or it can be the mark of defeat, because every time you break, and in every way that you break, while it's a chance, it's definitely a chance for you to give up and for you to just to fall apart. But there's also opportunity. There's opportunity to get stronger, and get smarter, and get faster, and get tougher, and get more stable, and get more resilient, and get better.
You first must go through suffering to find real, permanent peace and enlightenment. You must go to the dark side of who you are. I could have easily just shoved my whole life under a rug and went straight to peace. Are you happy there? You overcame nothing. So you always have this thing back here that's haunting you, and that's that darkness. You must go into the darkness to truly find that light that you're looking for, because that's what's on the other side of that. People get it all wrong, man. You have to face suffering.
Do you dream, Elliot? Do you want to be here right now? Existence could be beautiful or it could be ugly, but that's on you. You gotta find out the future you're fighting for.
Suffering is a test. That's all it is. Suffering is the true test of life. And so that cookie jar travels in my brain. So whenever I get put in a situation where I have poopy pants, the woe is me mentality of, oh my God, life sucks, I take a second, I take the 1 second decision. I step out of my life for 1 second, go in the cookie jar, pull up, oh, motherfucker, you went 3 hell weeks and finished 2. One of those hell weeks, a guy died because it was so bad. Oh, you are a motherfucking badass. You are. I put it back in the cookie jar and I remember who the fuck I really am.
Everything worthwhile is uphill. You see, every dream that you've ever had, it's all uphill. And the only way that you can go uphill is to be intentional. Nobody ever accidentally went uphill. You've never talked to a successful person and said, how did you get to the top of the mountain? And then look at you and say, I have no idea. If they're at the top of the mountain, they know how they got there because they had to have effort. It took energy. It took time. Everything worthwhile is uphill.
That you have to do do those things. You have to suffer, you have to live in it, you have to be comfortable in it, and then maybe some of that shit will help you a little bit along the way.
The only way you learn in this world is through suffering. You have to suffer to learn. I don't care what anybody says, okay? If you're not suffering, if you're not afraid, you're not really learning.
All failure is psychological. Other than death, all failure is psychological. Think about that. This failure, this upset, this catastrophe, if you aren't dead, then it's just psychological. It's in your head.
You have to look inside of yourself to see what you really want. What are you passionate about? We use these words and these little phrases of only the strong survive and all this other crap. They're all just fucking words.
As long as you don't surrender, as long as you don't give up, as long as you don't quit, then you haven't failed. It just means you've made a temporary tactical retreat. It means you've made a brief withdrawal so that you can regroup and reattack. Unless you're dead, you are not defeated and you have not failed. What you've done is you've learned. You've gained experience and you're still alive. And you have memories to make. So get up and go get after it.
Time to go dive. Finish it. Find out. Come out the other side. Don't leave it and go, ooh, if I just would have. That keeps me up at night. I think it keeps a lot of us up at night. When you half-ass something you just don't know whether you failed or succeeded, got what you want or didn't get what you want. Finding out and looking in the mirror and going, I didn't half-ass it. I went all the way. I found out, and that ain't for me. Or I found out, and you damn right that is for me. That's a great place to get to.
Stand up, dig in, line up those problems and confront them, face them. Do not let them bring you down. Let those challenges raise you up. Let their demands and their trials make you stronger. Let the adversity you face today turn you into a better person tomorrow.
This workout's gonna test you guys. It's gonna break you too. But in doing so, it's gonna grow you. Just like life itself, man. You go after things. You trial. Even if you fail, you get back up. And you continue to try and fail. Continue to try and fail. And ensuring you never fail to try. Because nothing's impossible. Just a spelling of impossible. It's but possible. Today we make believe of that.
So in the future, you look back at these struggles and you say to them, thank you. You made me better.
I'd love to tell you, look, you can go out here and get rich, do a couple of things. That ain't happening. You gotta get real doggish. You gotta get downright funky if you wanna make it. Now, like I was telling you before, if you wanna be ordinary, you ain't even gotta listen to me. Just go on about your business. If you think ordinary's cool, ain't no problem. It's some really, really wonderful ordinary people. But if you are sitting in this room and you have extraordinary aspirations, then you're gonna have to do extra. You put extra on top of on ordinary and you come up with extraordinary. It's no other way. All of you have extraordinary capabilities. All of you.